This is The Controversy, a Campus Gal exclusive.
Hi everybody, welcome to the next episode of The Controversy, and today's controversy is going to be answering the question, are you what you wear? We're challenging it to see whether people really judge you by the way you look or the way you dress, to really back into how important your style or appearance is when it comes to communicating your personality. They often say your style is like an extension of your personality. Yeah. And so I think it's just a really heavy statement to say that your style is an extension of your personality, especially at an age where you don't even know what your personality is. And so do you think that while you're figuring this out, have you experienced a situation wherein your sense of style maybe wasn't giving off the vibe that you intended for it to do, and maybe somebody judged you because of it?
Yeah, 100%. So it's like, because I dress more masculine, people tend to think I'm a man, especially when I have my mask on or like I have like headphones on or something, and they're not looking, they think I'm a dude. And I feel like some people think I'm like a gay man because of my body language, and then I tend to like experience very odd things from like groups of men where they're like cornering me and like making fun of me because they think I'm a dude.
Oh, that's so terrible. I'm so sorry that happened.
And then the moment they hear me speak, they all like and I'm like, basically I'm like, what's happening? So like odd, like why does it matter what I'm dressed as for you to like bully anyone? Like even if I'm a dude, like why are you bullying me? Like so.
Yeah, I don't think there's an excuse for anyone to ever get bullied because of what they look like. I experienced a very like opposite problem wherein I tend to dress a lot more feminine, a lot more girly, and being in the tech space, in a startup space, I've gotten feedback about, oh, maybe don't dress like that because people are going to judge you for the way you look and not the words you're speaking. And that frustrated me so much because why can't I be both? Why can't I dress femininely and why can't I still be kicking butt at work?
100%, yeah. It doesn't make sense. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. And plus, I think I have very different personalities for every outfit. It depends on how I wake up in the morning. So if you were to judge me on like a random day, I don't think it would even capture a small percentage of who I am as an individual.
100%. And I feel like an outfit can't define anything about anyone. It's like,
I agree. But then again, like on the flip side, I think a sense of style can, but that's so much more nuanced. It's more than just an outfit. It's how you carry yourself.
The confidence.
Exactly. It's also the type of aesthetic you have more than the specific outfit. And that's something that's like over a period of time people can observe, and they're learning about you simultaneously. But I don't know, I've just hated the whole thing about first impression is the last impression.
Yeah, I agree.
That's always pissed me off.
I fully get that. It's very like black and white, and it's so unnecessary.
We live in a world of grays, people. A lot of grays. So how much of your style do you think then, since you've experienced this sort of bullying or people making fun of you, how much do you think is based on wanting to feel accepted?
I think none of it. I think like when I was younger, the acceptance part came from like wanting to be accepted by my girlfriends for being feminine, and also wanting to be accepted by the male gaze, because like if a dude finds me attractive, I'm like, oh, but
it's like validation.
It's validation, exactly. And I think as I grew older, I started like looking for acceptance more through myself, for myself.
I love that.
More than any other person. Because
right,
I'm a non-binary queer Muslim person. No way am I getting accepted.
You've just accepted that you're not gonna be accepted, and you're cool with it.
Yeah, fully okay with it. I've like acknowledged that my presence in general is very like outspoken and people would think it's out of rebellion, but I'm just doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Like, doing my own thing basically, and it's more like acceptance for myself. Like I wanna see myself and be like, this is who I am.
That's good. No, and that's, I feel like, a lot more wholesome than wanting other people to accept you.
Yeah.
My dressing sense was influenced by wanting people's acceptance from a very young age. I remember as young as the kindergarten, I was in school and there was a girl named Nicole, and she was a bully, and she was my bully. You know, everyone has that idea of my bully. And she used to make fun of me for being uncool because of the way I dressed. And she would wear like crop tops and stuff in kindergarten, and my parents just didn't think at the time it was appropriate. Which now looking back, I agree. It's like not entirely appropriate for like a girl to wear a crop top to kindergarten, to school. And I was just like, no, I need to be accepted by, you know, and be considered cool. So I wore this crop top, and then I wore another top on top of it. I went to school, took it off, and I enjoyed my day of like acceptance.
Yeah, I get that.
I forgot to put the other top back on my way back home. So my mom picked me up from the bus stop like, what are you wearing? And I was like, I look cool, don't I? And she was like, no, no, you don't. And I felt so crappy after that. A, because I lied to be accepted to somebody I cared about. B, because I wasn't authentically myself. Also, just to get acceptance, and it's sad.
Yeah, that's
really
a really young age to like understand those feelings as well.
And has there ever been a time where you felt pressure to conform to society's standards? Even now, do you feel like you do that to an extent?
I think maybe, yeah. I think when I was younger, yes. And even now, I think there is a sense of like you're only human. Like, you do want to belong, you know, like. So I feel like when I'm around like other queer people, I'm like, am I like queer enough?
Right.
Like, yeah, like the way I dress, I'm like, am I queer? I don't usually feel that way, but there are moments where I do feel that way, because I feel like there's no such thing as looking queer. Like,
right.
Who
decides it?
Exactly.
Who defines what that means?
Yeah, you can be hyper feminine, you can be hyper masculine, you can be neither, you can be both, you can be anything. But there is that like sense that, okay, maybe I'm not like queer enough because of how people view it. It's like, if I dress a certain way, they're like, you're not like mask enough.
And that answer, I think, changes with every group you belong to.
100%,
like your friend group, the people you see at work, the people you grew up with, your childhood friends who've seen you grow up, and everyone, your family, everyone has such a different standard that they evaluate by that it's impossible to make everyone happy.
Yeah.
So I guess the lesson here is just make yourself happy. Whatever gives you happiness, put it on. And more so, whatever makes you feel the most confident and best version of yourself, I guess, is the advice I would give myself looking back. Any advice you'd give yourself when you struggled?
I think more about thinking that like things are so like, if I don't do this, I'm this. I think you need to like
chill
and think.
Yeah.
Like, it's not so it's not so black and white. It's like everything has a purpose, and if you feel good in yourself, regardless of how you're presenting, I think that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, you're looking out for yourself, and I think, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need to take care of yourself, regardless of what that is.
Okay.
If it makes you happy, it makes you happy. That's it.
You do you, boo.
Exactly.
So I guess this isn't that controversial. When it comes down to it, I think at the surface, people think it is controversial.
Yeah.
When they talk about, how short your skirt is, or if either, and you can never win. Your skirt's either too short or you've covered up too much. And the lesson here is, you are not what you wear. You are who you are, and what you wear is just a part of it, I'd say.
Exactly, yeah. I agree.
Okay, great. So we're going to talk fashion, and we're going to be making good boards. Let's go. Yes. Our time starts Well, now. Okay, cool. Let's go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm getting it up right now. 3. That's like right now. I'm not the 2. That's the other.
Wear something dull, it makes you dull. It shows that you are a very dull person. So if you are socially good, you can communicate well, you can dress well, it actually shows what you are. Just go with your body style, be comfortable.
Dressing is never something to judge upon. It's good when, you see people dressing nicely. It's really good to see. Dressing for me builds up confidence level in myself. When I dress up nicely, I feel good. See, you should never be afraid of what others think. What makes you happy, just do that.